Atomic Stacy. Atomic Stacy. Welcome to the stream. We're happy that you're here. Pour yourself a drink. Tea or coffee, wine or beer. Coffee, wine or beer. Our host, she may be knitting. Our host, she may be spinning. But mostly she'll be chatty Cathy, helping gladly. Get all them bitsies ready. It's Atomic Stacy, an expert at all that you like. Atomic Stacy, so sit back and embrace the delight. You can laugh along, craft along, sass along with Atomic Stacy.
Good morning, gang. How's everybody doing today? We are hanging out, doing the thing. Sitting here playing World of Warcraft and wondering why they were adding this music to the fight scene. Me. Hello, good morning. Art Knit Craft string player Lord Golrot. Amaranth, Tinky, hello. Artnit, thank you so much for your 13-month sub. Like a boss. I hope everyone's doing well. My glasses are not fitting behind my headphones. Wow. I missed the theme song. No. If only there were a VOD that I could go back and check it on. I'm just teasing. I'm very feisty today. I'm very tired and very feisty. It may be a poor combination. We'll find out. Doing well. Thinking if I should make some dinner. First of all, you should always make dinner. That's always a thing. Dan, good morning. Hello. I'm doing fantastic. How are you? I got some weird news. Personal news. It affects none of you. Weird things have been happening in the land of Atomic Stacy. There we go. Let's get news business out of the way. We're hanging out today. Tomorrow is a bonus World of Tanks stream, so I can be punished. I mean, reward all of you for being so stinking awesome during the To Write Love on Our Arms charity stream. So Deputy Cheese Chucker will be reporting for duty tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I will be streaming live on my channel, and then Damien will also be streaming, and then we'll be putting the link where you can see both of us in one go. Your favorite game. Yay. Correct. It never goes well is the problem. The first... Last time I've done this twice. I did one World of Tanks stream for Damien when he made partner with Twitch, because I promised I would. And then I played it for the last charity stream. The first game of that stream, I couldn't figure out why the controls were backwards. My tank was backwards. Nailed it. And then also I had this gem of a moment. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Clips of my channel. There we go. So here, we'll just pull it up. So the first time when do we get Damien knitting? When I make partner. Damien has promised to do a knitting stream if I make partner. When I make partner, depends upon which of us you ask. I say if, Damien says when. But so this is what happened. A clip says it all. 1,000 words. So this is the first time I played World of Tanks, and this is kind of how the night went.
Full health. I would drive over the top of that hill
and
move towards
Leroy Jenkins.
Just go.
Yeah,
just go
it's
for
my
it.
favorite.
Yeah. Oh gosh!
You told me to drive over the hill. Damien!
She went full ham.
Full ham. Because Damien doesn't know what Leroy Jenkins means. And then the next time I played it, I did it to myself. And it looked a lot like this. Oh, please hold. This one. This is what the next time I played World of Tanks looked like.
Right now, so I'm gonna have to go south. Wait, do I have to cross the river?
You gotta go across that bridge, yeah.
Okay. I will not drown myself like Damien.
Whoa! Hold on. Oh, Stacy, to your left. Oh, you're gonna drive
Shit!
on the bridge! Oh! Why is that coming through your Discord? I don't understand.
So that's how Tanks has gone for me historically. Tune in for more of that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So there we go. There we go. What is on my shirt? They are little tiny Russells from the movie Up with balloons riding a Kevin in the clouds. It's up. It's up. They're little tiny Kevins and Russells. And then a couple just Russells. It's from Torrid, and it's very soft. More like make dinner now or wait a while. I know I'm gonna make dinner today. Lord Golrot, you can't make assumptions, and food is very important to me. It is my love language. Fresh haircut? Almost. It's been 2 weeks. Fresh enough. It is very cute though. I felt much better. I went much too long without a haircut this time. It is much cuter. So thank you. Rocket Propelled Freeman, hello. What's the worst that could happen? You drive backwards for 10 minutes? Oh, wait, I've already done that. I feel like if anyone doesn't know Damien, that's a good clip as well. So that's my husband in a nutshell, everyone. That's an engineering oversight. No guardrails. Totally not your fault. I'm a chef. I don't joke around with food. I'll drink to that. Kevin's a girl? Correct. Do not get Shadows of Rose if you have Resident Evil 8. The DLC is not worth it. That is good to note. The DLC is an extra 20? That's like a whole new game. If I pay 20 bucks for a DLC, I better have unlocked an entirely new storyline. Speaking of Kevin being a girl, Kevin. Have you guys seen Kevin in the theme parks? Hang on, there's a Christmas ad. Nope, we're just not gonna music. It's not safe. Here we go. Blog Mickey has a video. So my team worked on a super top secret project of helping Kevin come to the to Disney's Animal Kingdom. And we didn't know that they were assisting Kevin in coming here to Florida. So right before this debuted this debuted like January, February 2019, and right before it debuted in 2018 at the holiday potluck, which we do halfway between Thanksgiving and Christmas to celebrate all things holiday. We were all lining up to get food, and Kevin sticks her head around the corner and screeches, and everyone went, oh, and I went, Kevin's a girl? And it was great. It was fantastic. This is my favorite thing ever. This is my favorite character greeting that we do. It's fantastic. There's a lovely TikTok or reel about video games. BRB I find. Sounds fantastic. So if you go to Animal Kingdom, you will often find Kevin and her wilderness explorer guide friend walking around doing the thing. And it's fantastic. All right, enough of that nonsense. Also, you can pet her, and she's so soft. It's way too horror related. No, see, here's the thing. I'm already too scared to play Resident Evil. That's already too scary. Already not a thing. I will pass on this knowledge. You must pass on what you have learned. So there you go. Let me find out why my overhead light isn't working. There we go. There we go. Boop. So today we're knitting. Tomorrow we're gonna barely survive. My cat put a toy up here for me, so I will use it later to lure her in. Have you guys seen these? They're fantastic. They're literally called skitter critters. I do have to cut the tags off. My cat eats the tags. Just hang on to that for later. All right, here we go. Y'all remember this? We're knitting the Unicornucopia shawl. And we're gonna, gosh dang it, we're gonna make a dent in it today. Yeah, that's the goal. So let me pull up Discord. I'm pretty sure we're on chart B part 2. Very glad I wrote it down. Oh, first of all, y'all have been posting pictures of your Unicornucopia, and it's amazing. Amazing. Here we go. This is Art Knit Crafts. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Doing so well. Hello, Seth. Has the Christmas decorating started for the mouse? Nope. Halloween first. Always Halloween first. But Christmas production is in full swing. So the last Halloween party is either October 31st or November 1st. I always forget. And then we have 1 week. No. And then we have 4 days to turn it around to Christmas for the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Next week. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, and hang on. And then Zuzu is blowing it out of the water. And it's the most neon thing ever, and I love it. I love it. It is 50 years of Mouse. So on that note, a little behind the scenes for you. So because the Christmas team is doing Christmas, the Walt Disney World Wine and Dine Half Marathon is also next week. So I will be assisting the marathon team on Saturday with the 10K because they're short on hands, which means that our next Saturday's stream may look kind of weird. So it's gonna be one of two things. So the marathon, for reference, the 10K marathon steps off at 5 a.m. So I am working 3 a.m. to whenever the race finishes. I think roads have to be cleared by 10 a.m. for traffic per permitting is usually what it is. So next Saturday, two things could happen. One, I come home and everything's great and we just stream a little bit later, or I take a quick nap and then we have an afternoon stream, or I don't stream Saturday and then we shift it to 10 a.m. at Sunday instead. I will post on Discord and Twitter as always, so make sure you're following one of those two places or have alerts on your phone. I won't know until the day of how I feel. I won't know until I get home how I feel, essentially. Brave, hello. I hope your day's going well. I hope work is going well. 4 days, that is a really tight turnaround for the amount of stuff that needs to be done. Dan? Correct. You are very, very correct. So essentially, it's 2 days of taking down Halloween and 2 days of putting up Christmas. It's an extremely tight turnaround. So the team was very surprised to find out Dollywood has a huge Christmas. And you know what they do? They just close the theme park for a week or two to decorate. And I was like, why don't we just do that? You know, close the Magic Kingdom. What could possibly go wrong? So the nice part is it's not just my team. Disney has a whole holiday services team that specifically does stuff like this for the seasons. So like they have been staging Christmas all month, where they're getting everything out and they're dusting it and they're prepping it and they're repainting it, reapplying it, polishing it up, getting all the pieces laid out so that that night they just pull it in, hang it up, do the thing. There's a really good special, I think, on Disney Plus or Discovery Channel about it. Black Rose Angel, hello, thank you for the follow. Thank you for being here today. And Cripple the Cash Cow. So here's the thing. Disney could never do that, not because of the money, because guests would be so upset with them. We would get railed online for doing that. But there is a really good holiday services documentary on Disney Plus, because that's always been a thing. It's fascinating. It's really good. Art Knit Crafts, stop it. I see what you're doing. Stop it. Oh no. I think Art Knit Craft and Hinka are just, I think their goal is to just message me on the side while I'm streaming to see how much they can break me. And the answer is always. Always. Did you see the TikTok video? No. I've been hanging out with y'all.
Hi there. Hello. Would you like to buy?
Oh, please hold. This is Brioche? Yes. Rainbow Brights. Hello. Good morning. This is Brioche. So we are doing the Unicornucopia shawl. Artnet, I will watch the rest of that later. It sounds hilarious. Let's see here. Let's get back. We're gonna focus. Here we go. All right, bam. We are knitting the Unicornucopia shawl. It's a giant unicorn horn. I haven't been to bed yet. Oh, geez. Pulling a Damien, I see. pull in a Damien. Let's just get you a better picture. Let's do that. That seems more reasonable. There we go. Bam. It's a giant unicorn horn. It's going to be so mucho fun. So this is brioche style knitting. So it's extra fluffy and it's reversible. Did we ever find America's unit? Only blurred pictures. The internet has agreed to give Chris Evans his privacy for America. It is a whole shawl. Well, it will be a whole shawl. Right now, it's just the tip. Hello. Just the tip. So this is brioche. It is super squishy. It is very fluffy. And it is double-sided. Boop. So we did a how to knit brioche tutorial together on stream, and now we are knitting this, putting our new learning into play, and doing a knit along to knit this unicorn horn together. So there we go. I've been up all night cutting quilting pieces. Rainbow Brights. I didn't know you quilted. I can't wait to see it. Haven't tried to knit. I crochet. Not a problem. We'll take anybody. AKA the thing Steffi can't make because she's not able to knitting. There are words missing from that sentence, but I really like it. All right. So let me find out. Oh, I went to Discord to find out where we were in the pattern, and then I was very rudely distracted by my friends sending me pictures of Chris Evans and Mothman jokes on the side. Actors flaunting it. Flaunt boy. What am I going to do with this? Y'all are the worst. All right. I'm just going to have to put myself on like do not disturb. Damn. Good morning, Gio. Hello. My mom and I are doing a Dresden airplane quilt via FaceTime together. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. My hand said nope. That's okay, Black Rose. So I can crochet, but I don't like it. My wrists don't like the crochet. So your hand said nope, and my wrist said nope. And you know what? It takes all kinds, and that's fine. Save it for always. Duh. I know what I'd do with it. Hello. What I'm saying is I don't know what to do when y'all send me spicy pictures on the side, and I think it's something important like, hey, Stacy, you have cereal in your teeth. And instead I just get like Mothman jokes, which I love, and then these pictures of Chris Evans, which I clearly need, but not right now when I'm blushing on stream. Do I need it? Yes. Did I need it right this second? No. I was trying to figure out what row we left off on. Let's try to be a good person. All right. Chart B, row 30. I'm a married potato. I'm a married potato. I'm a married potato. I'm a married spud. I'm a married spud. All right. Hey, gang. Made some tacos. We had tacos for dinner last night. They were delicious. I'm never not in the mood for tacos or sushi. I could eat tacos or sushi every day for the rest of my life. I may have to. Let's get this going, and then we'll chat updates. I'd love to know what y'all are doing this weekend, what y'all are working on this morning. If you guys are knitting along, I'd love to see progress. If you're doing something else, I'd love to see that too. I just always love to see what you guys are working on. I'm nosy, and it's great. Oh, so we just finished our 30. I was like, but we're on the back. We're on the butt side. That's the butt. All right. So I just didn't highlight row 30. There we go. I have a very technical way of following this chart, and it's called really crappily highlighting what I've already done. The painting wave shawl, I need to get it done. That's upcoming Christmas present, if I remember correctly. Christmas is coming. If y'all want to see more information about the unicornucopia pattern, you can go here. If this is not your jam, but you're interested in possibly knitting along with us for the next thing, gets that one? Yes, in February, end of January, beginning of February, I need to pick a date. We're going to be doing a self-care knit along. And y'all really liked the uncomplicated love pattern, so that is probably what we will be doing. Well, that is what we're doing. I need to get plans together. So there we go. Now you know all the things upcoming. Forthcoming. Soon. Coming soon to a place near you. Meowdy! Hi, Dak. Meowdy, gang. I cannot remember how to knit. Knitting a sweater for my mom. Heck yeah. That unicorn horn's looking really fine. You're looking really fine. And thank you. Just not the 1st of February. I will be celebrating my cousin's 40th birthday. You know what? Let's look at the calendar real quick. Let's make a decision. Let's cast on the first Saturday in February. February 4th. Does that feel good to y'all? The goal was to make it kind of Valentine's-y. I hate Valentine's Day / Singles Awareness Day. So I'm thinking like, but I feel like that would be really good because February's always like real winter and it's after the holidays and you need something to look forward to and you're taking care of yourself. So I think we'll do it the first Saturday in February. So we'll do Saturday the 4th. So let's, you know what? Let's make a decision. Let's do it live. Here we go. Edit, command, self-care. Doing a self-care knit along starting Saturday, Feb 4th. More info to come. Pattern details here. Bam! Nailed it. Seafood Pad, hello. Good morning. Thank you for the biddies. My thing is like, I'm if you like Valentine's Day, great. My thing is like, it's just putting pressure on yourself. It's the worst day to go out and actually get food out somewhere because everyone's in a panic and all the prices have been jacked up because it's a thing. And if that's the only day of the year that Damien actually cares about me, then this isn't working. Also, when I lived up north, it was the world's most disgusting weather every year. And I was like, why February? But why? It's a love you day by yourself, Candy. By yourself. Is that, I don't know what that is. Sushi, candy, whatever it is, it's very cute. Who knows? Treats. I celebrate National Half Off Chocolate Day every February 15th is what I do. Hang on. I'm trying to remember how to knit this pattern. All right, here we go. So funny enough, I've been knitting brioche all week because I've been on this brioche kick. But I'm looking at this pattern and I'm like, oh no, cannot remember how to knit with big needles, with big yarn. This feels weird, which is funny because it's fingering weight and it's not big yarn. But I've been knitting with lace weight on US 2s all week. So I'm looking at this like it's a foreign object, like my hands don't remember what to do anymore. My birthday chocolate is cheap and heart-shaped. Nothing wrong with that. As a reminder to people who are joining us and wondering what the heck I'm doing, I am knitting single pass brioche because I am very extra. So if you have questions, let me know. And if you want to know how to also knit single pass brioche, we have a whole tutorial that someday I will actually highlight. Someday. I celebrate all year round by gifting her things throughout the year. Yeah. I just feel like it puts a lot of unnecessary strain on relationships for no damn reason other than to sell chocolate and cards, and that feels very upsetting for multiple reasons. If you want to know more about my thoughts, I highly suggest you just watch Andor. Not about diamond and chocolate BS, but every kiss begins with K. But that's okay, I have 7 kiddos. So we know y'all are doing just fine. That's what that's saying. Or you live in a place where the winters get real cold. Or both. St. Valentine was murdered for what he did. The church holiday is meant to honor what he did for couples and others who wanted to practice the religion they believed in. The love thing came around because part of what he did was marry couples in their faith that was illegal at the time. Dun, dun, dun. It is an interesting tradition with an interesting history. I just think commercially it has grown out of control. And I choose not. I celebrate my cousin on Valentine's as it's his birthday. There you go. I think really as long as y'all have everybody needs a thing. So Valentine's Day is your thing, great. Damien and I, our wedding anniversary is our thing. And every year he remakes his famous woman catching spaghetti from our first date. And it was really cute because, so for our 1-year wedding anniversary, we celebrated it in our house. Like we had just moved into our house like 2 weeks beforehand. So we recreated the whole date to our first date together. So we watched the Royal Tenenbaums and Damien made the spaghetti. And then at our wedding, we had a box where you could put, you could write like a memory or a well wish, like, or something like a very cute note in the box. And we sealed the box up for a year because the 1-year anniversary is paper. So we sealed the box up, and then over spaghetti dinner for our 1-year anniversary, we read all the notes, which was very cute. And then I cried because I did not realize that my sister, the maid of honor, and Damien's best friend, our best man, put their speeches in there. And then that was really cute because then we cried over that. Well, I cried over that. It's me. I'm a sap. Anyway, Lady E, hello. Happy weekend. I got his hush puppy on our anniversary, which was super romantic. Geo, it sounds like I'm going to need you to physically explain it to me like I'm 15, because it just sounds like he gave you dick. It's too early in the morning to be this rated R. All right. Anyway. There we go. My daughter's having us over for a Hocus Pocus 2 watch party and lunch. That sounds absolutely fantastic and not rated R. That sounds much more lovely. Commercialize everything they can convince people to spend money on. Christmas is the same, yes. If the kids are opening presents and mom doesn't get a diamond ring, a diamond necklace at the same time, Christmas is ruined. So when we were dating, he would save me his cornbread because I love cornbread and hush puppies. Oh, okay. That's very cute. I saw a Twitter post the other day that made me laugh really hard. My eyes are itchy. Sorry, gang. And it said, I really think that on your dating profile, there should be an option to select if you are a pickle eater or a pickle donator. A pickle donor. There we go. A pickle enjoyer or a pickle donor. That's what that reminds me of. Also, How I Met Your Mother, The Olive Theory. So he ordered dinner delivery and brought me his hush puppy. Okay, that's really cute. And I'm sorry for making it really rated R, but also it's you, so I'm only kind of sorry for making it really awkward. Because I also know how many kids you have. Plus I have my nieces and nephews and all my kiddos. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right, I am going to knit this pattern today. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Go do it. That is really cute, though. That's love. I mean that too. He likes cornbread, but he loves me, so he parts with it. That's super cute. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing another decrease. I know how to knit. It's fine. Just a decrease? Just a decrease until we get to our next bit. Okay. For those of you knitting along, if you guys have any questions, if there's a part that you're stuck on, now is the time. Now is the time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. Of our increase row, everything feels weird in my hands. Decrease row. And we can get to the end with an increase. Melts my food-loving fat girl heart. That's how Damien got me with that spaghetti. With spaghetti. Oh, and I forgot to tuck our yellow in the back. So we go bake. There we go. Boop. We're good. Nailed it. I should put a stitch marker down for where we started. Let's do that. Let's put a stitch marker down where we started so we can see how far we get today. So we were right here. Boop. Anyone else ever feel like their needles are fatter one day? So to show you what I've been working on, because I'm having this problem where like it literally doesn't feel right in my hands right now. So I have been knitting on US 2s, and these are US 4s. And I've been knitting with lace, and I've been working on my shawl. So I got a giant chunk done last night. But it's so very different. So I've been doing brioche all week, but like today I'm like, my hands do not know how to do the thing. Oh no. So there we go. Sometimes they feel chunky. It's true. Get you a man who shares his cornbread. My wife got me because I have epilepsy, and while we were talking right before dating, she researched everything about epilepsy and actually saved me. Okay, that's super adorable, mostly because competence is sexy. Competence is very sexy. Damien got me the other night. I was like, gosh dang it, I do love this man. So a little bit of personal story time. For those of you keeping track, I've been having weird stomach issues that no one can seem to determine what is going on with. Finally, I had a doctor's appointment, and we think we figured out what it is. So it would appear, so it started at the beginning of the pandemic. I had really bad stomach issues for like 2 weeks, and then it stopped. And then like every once in a while I'll have like a weird twinge or weird stomach ache, but not like it felt before. And then the very last week of September and into October, it really flared up again for like 3 weeks. Severe stomach pain every time, like an hour after I ate every time, and we could not figure out what it was. So when I went in to see the doctors the first time, and then it's kind of sort of went away, my doctor just shrugged and went, I don't know, stress. Have you had your, don't touch anybody, wash your hands, COVID, because this was 2020. And I was like, you are not helpful and no longer my doctor. So this new doctor and I have been working on it, and we think we figured it out. So we're pretty certain that I have non-classical celiac disease, which is a thing I had never heard of before. So basically, we thought it was ulcers, but it's not. It's non-celiac. It's non-classical celiac. We're pretty certain. Lady E, hello. So normal celiac disease is very much like lactose intolerance. Like you eat something with gluten in it, and roughly 30 minutes, 30 minutes later, your body will tell you, oh no, the gluten's, it's getting me. Non-classical celiac disease, I don't have that, but I will have stomach pains and I will have attacks, and then it's all of the other symptoms that are the problems. Except much more extreme consequences, yes. Not your box celiac. Oh no. Some more modern punk rock celiac. And this is extremely oversimplifying and not talking about how serious this actually is. String has a very good point, but I'm trying to not cry. So I'm waiting. So according to my blood work, that's what it is. And all of the symptoms fit. And I went, oh no. So I'm waiting for my GI appointment for the gastroenterologist. It is in like November, like the week of Thanksgiving, to get an official diagnosis. But we're pretty sure that's what it is. And so I have started my new gluten-free life, which has led to multiple emotional breakdowns so far, for no apparent reason is the other thing. It just, all of a sudden, I'm so tired and everything is so hard and now it's so expensive. That's what my emotional breakdown was the other day. What about the woman catching spaghetti? Now it will have to be, the meatballs will have to have gluten-free breadcrumbs, and he can have it over spaghetti, and he will have to make me a separate portion of gluten-free spaghetti. Good thing you'll always have brioche art in it. No. I got the news and I was like, all I want is a bag of pretzels. Here's the thing, right? So when I got the news, I was like, it's fine. I can do this. I had a friend who had celiac growing up. String player has celiac. So when she came to visit, I knew exactly what to do. Technically I was like, no, this is fine. Totally doable. But Crochet Queen Namastefi. I'm going to call you Crochet Queen. Please tell me how to pronounce your name or what you'd prefer to be called. Hello. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for the follow. My brain is not braining. I'm drinking more coffee. So, I know that this is not a problem and it is totally doable because I just spent a week talking to String Player about how all of the restaurants in town are very gluten friendly and this will be okay. Mentally, when you are sitting in front of your fridge, reading the label and Googling everything you possess to see if you are allowed to eat it or not, and looking up cross-contamination mysteries, it's not so great. The problem is I took one night and I cleaned out my entire pantry, and then the next day I cleaned out my entire fridge, and that was too much Googling, too much internet. It was not a good thing. Crochet Queen named Steffi. This makes more sense. Hello, Steffi. I'll have to tell you about quinoa breadcrumbs. Geo, I already know about it. And I know that they make gluten-free pretzels. I know all of these things. I have been this weekend, I'm not allowed to look at the internet anymore is what that is. Oh, no. Last row, I was supposed to do something. What was I supposed to do? You're supposed to do an increase. So let's go back. Let's do that increase while we talk. Lots of Googling. String sent me a whole bunch of great stuff. We've been talking about it. It's all okay. It's so much all of a sudden. And I was like, too much. Knit one, yarn over. Knit one. So that's where my head was at Thursday night. That's mostly why I canceled stream. Because I was like, I need to physically clean out what I am and am not allowed to eat anymore. And two, my brain hurts. So that's why there was no stream on Thursday, because it was just too much. Welcome to the club. I've been mostly gluten-free because it makes seizures worse. Thank God for gluten-free stuff. Yes. Explains a lot for you, but you can get your head wrapped around it now. Yes. And it is just kind of very like, it is very mental. String was right. It's a lot. It is a lot. Whenever my sister comes home, she eats literally nothing but salad with no dressing, and we all feel really bad. Yeah. Sounds familiar. String knows. Gio, please post it. I am curious. I am curious to see if your recipe is the same as what I've seen. But so I had to Google all the things. Knowing what it is going to be the biggest thing. So basically, so the doctor was going through the list, and I was just like, oh no. Non-classical. Here, I have the list. And I highlighted everything, and it made me really upset. Common symptoms in adults include abdominal pain. Yes. Bloating and gas. Yes. Constipation, diarrhea. Not really. Depression and anxiety. Extreme fatigue. Headaches and migraines. Iron deficiency or anemia. Itchy, blistery skin rash. Like the mysterious hives on my hands that come and go. Joint pain. Missed periods. Mouth ulcers and cancer sores. I don't really have that. Nausea and vomiting. I don't have that. Reduced function of the spleen. Unexplained weight loss or weight gain. Chronic fatigue. Unexplained chronic hypertransnemiasemia, which is elevated liver enzymes, which would explain why sometimes I go in and the doctor tells me I have a fatty liver, and sometimes I don't, and nothing I do none of my lifestyle choices should be giving me a fatty liver at age 33. So that would explain that. Vitamin deficiency, that would explain why, for whatever reason, no matter how many vitamins I take, I'm always deficient in B12, vitamin D, all the things that give you energy. Yeah, so there we go. I am an 89 baby, it's true. So all of the stuff that I'm like, I just don't feel great, and I don't all the time, and I don't know why, and I'm just always exhausted, is not just life under the weight of whatever is going on in the news today. It could actually just be my intestines being like, but we don't get vitamins anymore. What's up with that? Coffee is so the point that I'm trying to get to is so Damien and I were talking about it when I broke the news. I'm so sorry I forgot to put closed captions on. I'm fixing it now. So the point of the story is, going back to your significant other, get you a man who gives you his cornbread. So when I told Damien the news, he's like, so I'm going to have to cook 2 of everything from here on out. And I was like, wow, way to make me feel terrible. Made me very upset. But then later that night, when we're sitting on the couch, he looks over at me and he goes, you know what's always gluten-free? Wine. And I was like, I love you. Cheese is almost always gluten-free. I told him I was going to go on a wine cleanse. So moving forward for me, my next steps are that I'm going to just eat gluten-free from now until November 21st, when I have my doctor's appointment with the GI. And then if I start feeling significantly better, then we kind of know what the reason is. And then if I don't, then it'll be up to the specialist to figure out what's really going on, but it's probably better for me in the meanwhile. So let me know how long it is before he also goes gluten-free to make groceries and cooking easier. So, well, we talked. So a lot of it is like, so like we make a lot of like sauces and things. And then the last step is you dump it over a bunch of pasta and mix it up kind of deal. So doing stuff like that, but just keeping it separate and having 2 different pots of pasta is easy enough. Because also you have to remember we have to eat up what we already have. So it's not just like Damien doesn't prefer gluten-free and I do. It's also like, but I just bought 6 boxes of linguine pasta to have on hand. And now I can't eat, that Damien is perfectly fine with. So there's that. Also, rice is gluten-free, so just making more things over rice instead of over pasta, which are probably better for us anyway. Stuff like that. The biggest problem was going through our spice cabinet and going, oh no, all of this brand is made in a facility that is known for cross-contamination, and all of this brand is not, and this one is okay, and this one is not. So that was a wake-up call. In case you're wondering, McCormick's is traditionally McCormick's non-mixed spices. So if it's just a single spice is always gluten-free. Walmart is not, because they don't necessarily clean the machines in between spices. So there's cross-contamination and fillers. See, String's all about this. String's like, my thesis, which I love. Because there's me texting her at like 10 p.m. like, is this really gluten-free? Gluten-free pasta is generally made from, there's different types. So my favorite one that I've tried so far, just in the past, was the chickpea pasta. Bonza has a chickpea pasta that's really good. They also make, I think Barilla also has a corn flour pasta. It's okay. It's kind of mushy. They have a red lentil pasta, which I have not tried yet. And a lot of brands make a brown rice pasta, which is pretty good, but you have to be really careful because the moment you overcook it, it gets real mushy real fast. Gluten-free knowledge coming in clutch. The best part about this whole experience so far was I called my mom last night and I was like, hey, I think we figured out what my stomach issues are, but I need to give you a warning before you start planning for Thanksgiving dinner, because my GI appointment is on Monday, November 21st. And there's a really good chance that we may not know what my diagnosis is. Like, that's just a preliminary. And then she schedules tests for like the next week kind of deal. So I was like, I got to call my mom and warn her, because you know what I can't have? The turkey, if she puts regular bread in for the stuffing and then bastes it, making it just like a poison turkey for me. So I had to call her and warn her, and my mom is the cutest, you guys, like the absolute cutest. So I don't like gravy. So usually we make our gravy on the side, and I'm not the biggest gravy fan. So just, I don't have gravy is fine by me. But the big question is the stuffing, right? You have to get a gluten-free turkey. A lot of them use flour in processing. Oh, thank you. I will text that to my mom. That is important to know. But it was really cute because I was talking to my mom about it, and she just pulled out the recipe list and she's going through and she goes, is milk gluten-free? And I go, yes, Mom. And she go, are eggs gluten-free? And I go, yes, Mom. So she's going through the list and she's just like, oh no, what? She doesn't know what gluten-free is. She's so cute. And she's just going like, are potatoes gluten-free? And I go, yes, Mom. It's so cute, you guys. Oh, so cute. The turkey is a good one. I'll have to remember that. Don't use the packets in it. Choose your own seasonings. No, they use their own seasonings because and they use McCormick's for everything, so that's fine. She was just so cute. So cute on the phone. Yes. So we make our own stuffing, and you toast the bread and then you add the milk and the egg and then all the spices, and then you mix it up and you stuff the turkey with it. So milk is fine, eggs are fine. They use all McCormick seasoning anyway, and we don't do the spice blends. And if we do, it's like Montreal seasoning, which is gluten-free with McCormick's. And then she just needs to get gluten-free bread. So now I just have to start testing gluten-free bread. So it's very cute. Your mom embodying the Midwest of not knowing what gluten-free means. Correct. My sister's biggest issue here is if things are seasoned. Yes, that will be the thing. I got a loaf of char to try, so I'll tell you how it goes tomorrow when I have me a sandwich. Is McCormick's the only safe spice, people? McCormick's is the only one that's widely available down here. The Walmart brand. So Walmart and Publix brand. So Walmart brand is a definite no. Publix brand is questionable. It says it's gluten-free on the website, but it's not guaranteed to be gluten-free. We don't have Penzies down here, so I couldn't tell you. So there's the store brand, there's the Badia, Badia, which is gluten-free. There's McCormick's, which is gluten-free, and then Spice Island, which is too expensive. I can't afford it anyway. I will say, like, the Publix brand has like the regular Publix brand, and then they have the Publix Organic. So the Publix Organic appears to be gluten-free because it doesn't use fillers, essentially. String, go take your shower. Spice Island is way too expensive. No. I do have a loaf of char. I will try it and I'll let you know. Go take your shower. Get out of here. My goodness. So basically, the question is, do brands care enough to stop cross-contamination is what I'm finding out. There's so much Googling involved, and that's what really got me down, is like, I can now never eat anything without having to Google 50 ingredients before I eat it. And this is very inconvenient to me, who is exhausted all the time. But I'm also like, have to remind myself, like, I'm probably exhausted all the time because my body doesn't like all this bread, and I'm like 85% bread at this point. So there's that. Well, you also have to think, Amaranth, like, if it's a spice blend, a lot of times they'll include like a bit of cornstarch or a bit of flour. And usually cornstarch and flour are made on the same machines. So there's a lot of cross-contamination when it comes to those as a thickener with the spices. So, is there a level of gluten that is a trigger? I don't know, Dak. I couldn't tell you. I think no. Not for me. So for traditional celiac, so for traditional and for classical and non-classical, the problem with it is that when you eat gluten, it basically wears away the lining of your intestine. Not ideal. Right? Not great. So because it's doing a number on my intestines, my body isn't absorbing vitamins and minerals from the food. My body isn't getting the stuff it needs, and that's why all of my humors are out of whack, for lack of a more general term. Sturgy Poo, hello. I don't know. We don't have Penzies spices down here. I couldn't tell you. So any amount of gluten is a no-no. The problem is that for classical people, classical celiacs, when you ingest things with gluten, you have like a terrible stomach ache, or you get sick, or you have like diarrhea, or vomiting, or constipation. You have a body trigger that tells you, oh no, the thing I just ate has gluten in it, so you don't eat that anymore. It's very similar to like lactose intolerance, right? If you have a thing that you didn't know had a bunch of cheese or milk in it, half an hour later, your body will tell you that that thing had cheese or milk in it. You'll know. My problem is like, so I'm eating gluten, but I'm not having the same severe stomach reactions. My stuff's manifesting in other ways. So I could be eating stuff with gluten in it and my stomach would never tell me, but it's still doing a number to my body. Because why have the normal version of a disease when you can have the special version of a disease? So, there we go. I'll hit you up with a catalog. So all I have been doing is Googling, is this thing really gluten-free? All week. And there are, I will say, thank goodness for the internet, right? Because there are a ton of websites that have multiple articles about multiple things for all of this stuff. So I'm like, thank goodness it's not like the 90s. And I'm like, I don't know. So thank goodness I'm living in the time of the internet. But yeah. And you have string player? I do. Which is nice because now I have a buddy. And it was really cute because I was talking to Hank about it, and she goes, "Oh, well, I'll just be gluten-free for a week the next time I come see you." And I was like, okay. So yeah, so not the end of the world. And mentally, I know it's not a problem, but also waking up and knowing that everything in your life has changed. It's not a great feeling, as it turns out. It feels real weird. 0 out of 10 stars. Let's see, we have another increase here. I'm determined to actually knit on this shawl today. Oh no, did we not do this right? I don't think we did this right. You'll find new things to love. It'll become the new norm and less exhaustion and pain. Yes, correct. And it'll be better in the long term. But like the thing that all I could focus on, right, is like, but now I can't have chicken nuggets anymore. And then like I go to Google, like, I wonder if they make like gluten-free chicken nuggets. And it's $15 for a 14-ounce bag when I can get a 70-ounce bag for $12 with the gluten stuff. And I'm like, gosh dang it. Google says all of Pensie's spices are gluten-free. I'll get you the info. They are priced well and very good. But Geo, they're not going to be priced well for me because the stores down here don't carry it. So I'm going to have to ship it. So it's probably going to end up being too expensive. So I'm good with McCormick's right now is what I'm using. We'll just be girlfriend free together. Oh, that's fantastic. Actually been doing better with overall health since. There you go. You can make your own. It'll probably taste better. Yeah. So basically it's a lot of like, instead of buying the store-bought prepackaged thing, I will be cooking a lot more of like, of making my own, which is more time, takes more time and more spoons. But if I have more spoons, then it's worth it. So like, you know, it's not like I can't ever have muffins again. It's just, I will probably be baking my own muffins in a big batch and freezing them. Exactly. And then, you know, and then doing it that way kind of deal. But before I was like, but I do not have the spoons to bake. But it would be nice if suddenly I got all my spoons back. That would be amazeballs. Time to get the girlfriend-free stuff. I love it. I love it. I'll just be girlfriend-free forever. I'm going to use that on Damien later. Damien, we need to be girlfriend-free. You're not allowed to have a girlfriend. I don't need a girlfriend. Nailed it. Sir, you are a married man. I want a sticker for that now, for girlfriend free. I recently had to make new life choices and I feel like I created an extra dozen spoons to me every day. I can't wait for that. That's what I'm hoping. Resist the urge to buy cry cut yet again. The problem is if you buy one, I'm going to put in orders with you. I'm just going to Venmo you money and be like, for future use. Gotta find ways to laugh in the craziness. Yeah. So again, like, it's not like a death sentence, especially in this day and age. I was just like, I am so tired and now everything is so complicated and all I want is like a package of brown sugar Pop-Tarts and to go to bed, and I can't do any of that. I need to go through my pantry and see what is trying to kill me. So when I was referring to flour last night, trying to explain gluten-free to my most adorable mother, I called it Stacy arsenic. I said, just think of flour as Stacy arsenic. Small amounts, not good for me. Still trying to kill me, but manageable. Large amounts will kill me. And suddenly that made it click for her. And I was like, really? That's the thing that did it? Stacy arsenic? My mom was asking about like restaurant, like, can you still eat out at restaurants? And I was like, yeah, but you never know if, you know, Tommy Flower Hands is back there making the salads. And Tommy Flower Hands is now public enemy number 1 in my mom's house. So yeah, so there we go. Good old Tommy Flower Hands can't be trusted. Well, because I was trying to explain. It is a grittier, literally. Ha 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 ha. More modern take. I was trying to explain to my mom what cross-contamination was. And I was like, you know, like how at pizza places, there's just flour everywhere. So even though it's a gluten-free crust, it's kind of like, who knows? I was like, it could be the same for other places. And my mom's like, but they like, because I was trying to explain the spices to her. And she goes, well, they'd have to clean the machines in between. And I was like, well, yeah, but not like a scrub down. It's more like a hose down. And she wasn't getting it, so I started using Tommy Flower Hands as an example. And so now my mom thinks that somewhere there's just like a Peanuts Pigpen person, but instead of just radiating dust, they just radiate flour, like Marvel's worst B- B grade supervillain. B grade sidekick, Tommy Flower Hands. And I had a lot of fun with that phone call after that. Oh, I need text my mom. Needs to be a Mystery Man character. I feel like it's a villain in a Scooby-Doo spinoff. Let me text my mom about the turkey. Apparently. What a great Halloween costume idea. Tommy Flower Hands. All right. String, get out of here. You have things to do. I love you. Please leave. String, you need to move to Florida so you and I can make a gluten-free commune that Damien and Hinka can just inhabit. Florida commune, yes! Good morning, Hinka. I did that already. Now I'm listening to you while getting ready. Okay, good. With AC, are you kidding me? There's not a house in Florida that doesn't have AC in it. Has someone been tasked with checking Atomicon locations for gluten-free options? Artnit, I was already looking for restaurants that accommodated various diets, because I know string player's gluten-free, and I wanted but I don't know like the rest. I don't know the rest of you personally, but I wanted to make sure we picked like restaurants that had a good variety of places for people for various things. So that was already like in my mind when I was looking up restaurants and things. When we get to like January or February, I'm going to start really kind of scrubbing down the list. And then we'll do a lot of planning on stream, and we'll be talking about like who wants to go here and where do we go here. I will say, if you're thinking about going to Atomicon, for those of you who don't know, I'm doing a meetup next October in Chicago, and all of you are invited. Dirty Smith, hello. Happy time zone. Happy weekend. I think it's just con. There we go. I started making a website. It has all of the outlines there. It has some really fun ideas. But all of it was like too far, like, so it's a definite save the date. Those are the dates. We are doing it. The specific kind of outline of what we're doing where, still a go. The specific places we're going to eat, still up for grabs. So like January, February, I'm going to start finalizing stuff. And by like March, I'm going to say, I need to know if y'all aren't planning on going or not, so that we can make sure we pick restaurants that have like, so I know how big of a group it is. So food for thought, food for planning. For those of you who don't know, I just decided we should all hang out. So we gonna do it. We are really doing this. So I have a really cute, it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. And I put down like what you'll need and what you won't kind of deal. So Thursday we'll do a feelin' fancy day. I'll take a look and see like what show we're going, like what shows are in. So for those of you who have never been to Chicago, Chicago has a theater section with a Broadway off Chicago, like full professional performances. A lot of times, like they'll have like the Broadway production, they'll have a Chicago production, and then they'll have a traveling production. So like that's what it was for Wicked for the longest time. That's what it was for Hamilton for the longest time. So when it gets closer, we'll see what shows will be playing, and we'll see about getting tickets, and then doing a dinner meetup before or afterwards based upon what we're going to do kind of deal. Friday, we're going to do a yarn crawl day where I'll put like the shops in the schedule in advance, and then we'll say like, and then we'll all meet up at this bar restaurant eventually. Saturday, we're going to go to the Art Institute of Chicago, and if the weather's nice, we're all going to hang out at the Bean at Millennial Park and do the thing, and then we'll pick a dinner place to go, and then I will need to know who is going so I can make sure like we get like a back room or a side room or a table big enough for all of us. And then Sunday, we'll do a brunch before everyone departs, and same thing. I'll just need to know who's coming so we can get, like, I know it will need to be like 2 tables or 1 room, or so we can start kind of going from there. Jeff Kahn, hello, I'm doing great. How are you? So that's the plan. I'm really, really excited. Would it be smart to create a role in these? So we can ping people via Discord? Yes. So like I said, January, February, we're going to start planning this for real. I'll probably create a separate Discord or a separate Discord section so we can start talking about those who want to go and those who don't kind of deal. And then everyone can post their pictures so we can all share kind of deal. So, we've been talking about it, but now it's getting closer. So I want to remind and like really start talking about it. Like I already have my hotel reservation. Like I am doing this. This is very exciting. If you can make it, great. If not, that's fine. If you can make it for a day, that's if you live in the area kind of deal. So, and I tried to make it, you know, budget-ish friendly. So like the Art Institute of Chicago has free admission on the weekends. So really it's just a matter of paying for food. The Broadway show is optional, but you can do dinner before afterhand if that's not your gig. Y'all can split off into groups and do extra meetups. Like if everybody wants to meet up for breakfast at one point, we can do that. But the main part will be the crawl and then like a dinner or afternoon bar, like trying to build it. So like if there's other things you want to see in Chicago, if you're only there for the one day, all of that, you have a lot of options. So we shall see. Wool and yarn are gluten-free, but I can't eat them, even though they are a good source of fiber, as it turns out. So there we go. Oop, and then more details to come. Pearl begs to differ. She eats wool. Yeah, but it's also not good for her intestines either, as it turns out. Not so hot on the intestine front in this house. Not very par for the course. Oh, that should have been a pearl. So there we go. That's all the things going on with me. I know it's a lot. Why be normal when I can be extra? And then my poor sister was, so my mom had put me on speakerphone at one point, and my sister had popped in to say hi, and I was like, oh, and don't forget, Ginger Zone, you have a 15% chance of having this too. And my sister's like, what? Why? I don't want to catch it. And I said, genetics. She got real mad at that. Fergster, hello, happy weekend. Fiber of any sort is not good coming out at the other end. As I told Damien the other night, you know what's always gluten-free? Wine and sushi. Guess I'm on a very specialized diet. Unfortunately, I know this from experience. Oh my. Speaking of why be normal when you can be extra, my sister decided to drive the ambulance up in front of the house and start playing with the sirens. Yes. Yeah, why have a normal day when you can have a magical day? Be careful where they make it, not give you the soy sauce, and not use any sauce there. Mix the soy sauce. Yes. But I also don't like a lot of sauce on my sushi, and I usually don't have soy sauce with my sushi. So I'm feeling real good about my odds. Zuzu, hello. We were looking at your Unicornucopia shawl in the Discord earlier, and it looks absolutely fabulous. Do you have a gluten allergy? Zuzu, we think my mystery stomach issues may be undiagnosed celiac disease. By we, I mean me and the medical staff that I'm single-handedly apparently employing at this point. A couple of years ago, she played the ice cream truck song. Very confusing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ambulances can play the ice cream truck song? What? Always double check. Some things put things inside for flavor. Yeah, but Sushiology does not. I know because I had to make sure it was gluten-free for when we went with String. I took her to the best sushi restaurant in town, which is this weird little sushi shack in the middle of tourist town that looks hella sketch. But I did a bunch of research on it because it had to be string player safe. So if it was string player safe, it is now Stacy safe. Would ambulances play the ice cream truck song to attract vampires? I was thinking like that seems like the best way to lure zombies in is play the ice cream truck song from an ambulance. Oh, she played it on her phone through the loudspeaker. That's precious. Chem Man, I feel like you and your sister and I would be very good friends and should not be allowed to be in a room together alone. You could eat at the hospital I work at. All of our sauces and soups are gluten-free. There you go. I'm not the biggest soup fan if I'm not sick, so I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. You use string player like litmus paper? No, so all of like the restaurants and stuff and foods that we had while String Player was in town, I did all this research to make sure it was string safe, because I obviously didn't want Hinka, String, and I to go to a restaurant and then String couldn't eat anything at that restaurant, right? So I had done a lot of research to make sure that while String was here, all the places we went to had a String Player option. So now I have to like look up, I have to double check what those options are and make sure that I'm ordering the right thing. But I know that like anywhere that String Player and I went to eat is okay for me to go to. Because I had pre-researched, pre-homeworked. So like a lot of times like you go to a restaurant and the only thing that's gluten-free is like Art and Craft said, is a salad without the dressing. And even then it can feel kind of sus. So I did not want String to have a whole bunch of just like crappy salads and side bowls of fruit while she was here. I wanted to make sure it was actually really nice. This popped up late. Thank you for the 13-month sub, String. I saw earlier that your icon popped up halfway through, and I was like, huh, okay, well, whatever. Thank you again, my dear, for that subscription. I appreciate it immensely. It was just kind of one of those aha moments to where I was like, well, at least I've already pre-done some research. I'm not starting completely from scratch. String, take care. I hope your teaching goes well today. I hope all your students behave. That means you could play clips from Monty Python and say, bring out your dead from the ambulance. Yes! Dak, take care. I will catch you later. I hope your afternoon goes really well. It sounds like you have the most fabulous day planned. And have a nice weekend if I don't see you later. I love you even more for that if that is possible. My grandpa totally has that, so trying to find places that are gluten-free. Allie Junos, hello. Happy weekend. I hope breakfast is nice for you. We got a bunch of my tests back recently and found out there's a very high chance that I have celiac disease. So that's been the main topic of conversation for those just joining us. I'm a stretch. What? And then I'm going to mark off where we are. What? Mage, hello. Yeah, they think my mysterious stomach illness is undiagnosed celiac disease. Non-classical celiac disease, to be specific. I would die. So I had my doctor's appointment Wednesday, and I took the news very well. And Wednesday night, it was okay. I was like, great, okay. Change of dinner plans. This is how it has to go. And I was very like, okay, panic mode initiated, and I'm always cool under pressure, right? So I'm like, cool, this is the thing I need to do. Here are the next steps. Brain mode engaged. Let's do this thing. The next day on Thursday, when the emergency was over, I had just an emotional, this is the worst news ever, wallow day. And my brain was out of whack and everything went crazy and I was just emotionally upset and everything was ruined and it was not a good day. And then Friday I was back to normal. Thursday I came home from work and I was just crying, and Damien's like, what is going on? And I was like, not now, Damien. And he goes, are you okay? And I'm like, not now, Damien. And to his credit, he just left me alone, which is really what I needed, was to just sit there and have a meltdown and get emotions out of the way. But now I'm much better. So I had my moment of like, this is so unfair. Why me? This is the worst. And now it's back to business. Now we're good again. Thankfully, there are a lot of gluten-free items nowadays, and a good number of restaurants have gluten-free options, yes. On a positive note, you are living in the best timeline for food inclusivity. Yes. Yes. We were talking about that earlier. I was like, if I found out in like the 90s, I would have died. Like, the only reason I have been getting through things is being able to Google, like, is such and such gluten-free? Because the items you have to be really careful for are the ones that say, like, naturally gluten-free. Because a lot of times that's their way of saying, but we didn't want to spend the money to test it and make sure we don't have cross-contamination. Also, like, just in the last few years, where labels are required by law to put, like, contains, if it contains fish, shellfish, dairy, eggs, or milk, eggs, soy or wheat, I think are the big ones. Like, they have to very clearly mark it on the package. And like, that is not a law that they used to have by any means. So even in just the past few years, that change has like made such a difference. I say, looking at 600 labels this week. Thank goodness for that law. So, yeah, realistically, it's fine. And now that my emotions I've gotten those emotions out of the way, I'm like, all right, well, this sucks, but we'll just do it. But earlier this week, and a poor string player, I messaged her. I was like, I know it's okay, and I know it's not the end of the world, but it feels like the end of the world. And I just needed one night to be really dramatic. And now I'm okay. Naturally gluten-free, but we dumped a load of flour in to thicken it. You're not wrong. Well, at that point, then they have to list the flour as an ingredient. But like things that say like naturally gluten-free, but like could be cross-contaminated, like, but also, made right next to Tommy Flour Hands' cooking station at the factory. Like, all we do is mill flour and other things good too, and make this ham. But don't worry, ham's naturally gluten-free in this flour factory. So like by law, are supposed to disclose process in a facility that also does X, Y, and Z. If they're really what you want are the foods that where they pay the extra money to have it tested and certified. But it's very interesting to see. It's very clear which brands are like, yes, we want this to be okay. Which brands are like, I don't want to have to pay for that. Tommy Flour Hands. That was the example I gave to my mom when I was trying to explain what cross-contamination was. But you never know if good old Tommy Flour Hands was the chef in the kitchen that day. So the two items that I had the biggest like diva moment over was like, I can never have chicken nuggets again, because chicken nuggets are generally breaded and then fried, and then the oil that those chicken nuggets are breaded in now becomes Stacy arsenic oil. So chicken nuggets really hurt, and Portillo's milkshakes really hurt. Were the two things that I were like, why is the world so unfair? Because as it turns out, Portillo's very kindly states on their website that although the milkshakes are gluten-free, they also serve cake shakes, and they do not clean the machine. They do not have a designated machine for cake shakes versus non-cake shakes. They only have one shake machine, which makes sense. And there's not a way for them to fully clean the machine in between shakes. So any of the shakes at Portillo's could be cross-contaminated. So I did actually really appreciate that they put that on their website, but I was like, but the milkshakes. No. I was really upset about it. I was unnaturally upset that was the thing that tipped me over. It's Jimmy Yeasty Hands that scares me. Oh my gosh, Artnet, please draw Tommy Flower hands. I cannot wait to see this. Oh, so good. Your feelings towards grocery store frozen nuggets? I love them. I can no longer eat them. No longer eat them. Nuke Day. Hello, by the way. I missed your comment earlier, but you absolutely should cast on this shawl. I can't wait. Guys, it's really looking like a unicorn horn. We're doing it, you guys. Like baking, I'm not too worried about because like they have plenty of gluten-free flour and then you just substitute it out. That's not a problem. It's just now like I can't I can't just eat what is it? Pillsbury Reese's peanut butter cookie dough from the fridge when I'm having a bad day. Now I have to mix my own cookie dough and eat it, and now this sounds like too much effort. Gonna go through my yarns now. Yes. I just remembered a dad joke. Well, don't tell me. And you thought, you know who desperately wants to hear this? I bet it's Stacy. Not me. All right, let's make sure we're on the correct row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Did we do our increase too soon? We didn't increase too soon? Yeah, we increased too soon. Gosh dang it. Oh well, it's fine. Remember the cook in Seinfeld who Jerry sees leave the washroom without washing his hands? Is that cross-contamination? Yes, but for bodily fluids. Can you still eat shredded cheese from the fridge? Yes. Specifically like this. Hang on, I find. This one. This is the one. Captain Kyle Games sent this to me, and it's never not funny to me. Standing at the fridge eating shredded cheese at 2 a.m. and this. Don't worry, gang. I can still do this. That's contamination, pure and simple. That's just not right. No, Tommy Flower Hands, not like that. Let me show you. It's so simple, even Tommy Flower Hands can make it. I can't decide if that would be like the worst cooking show or like the best cooking show. It really is a toss-up at this point. It's a whole swiper, no swiping. EMS, hello. Hello, happy weekend, first of all. I hope you were doing well. So I had a doctor's appointment this week, and we think that we finally figured out what my mystery stomach illness is. And we think it is non-classical celiac disease. So we've been talking about gluten-free and how I now have to change my whole life. I.e., no more bagels. Sad crying. And no more good bagels. Let's put it that way. And I was trying to explain what cross-contamination was to my mother, who I adore, because she went, is milk gluten-free? Are eggs gluten-free? And then just started listing all of the things she would need to do for Thanksgiving dinner, and I love her. So when I was trying to explain what cross-contamination was, I said, you know, like, the food may be gluten-free at this restaurant, but good old Tommy Flower Hands over here ruins it. And now I think Tommy Flower Hands is the stream's unofficial mascot. / my new archenemy. Bruce cooking shows. Anyone remember Two Fat Ladies? No. It sounds like a terrible title for a cooking show, though. Gotta love those ads. I'm sorry. Do I need to re-explain Tommy Flower Hands? Now it's a metaphor for messing something up. I don't know. I was pretty proud of my metaphor for calling flour Stacy arsenic. Like, small doses will make you sick, but won't kill you, but a lot will. Why do teenage girls only go to the bathroom in odd-numbered groups? Because they literally can't even? Yes, I did. I did see it. That is a joke that is well loved on Damien's channel. Because apparently numbers are hilarious. I always get a kick. Speaking of bathroom jokes, I always make the joke when I'm going to the bathroom because one of the cats always has to go with me. I always make a joke about how the last girl who went to the bathroom by herself never came back and how it's dangerous to go alone. Here, take this. Because the cats get very upset when they are not in the bathroom with one of us. So I'll like get up to go to the bathroom, and if Pearl or Perkins don't come running in there with me, I'll be like, but who will go to the bathroom with me? Number jokes are always funny because they hit it where it counts. All right, gang, stream's canceled. Everyone get your hats, go home. If it's going to be one of those bad jokes kind of mornings, I'm going to leave and get more coffee right now. Stream is canceled. I need to get like a soundboard set up with just like sad Stacy sounds after a joke that just go like hard nope. Hard nope. The Price is Right loser trombone sound is a classic. Yes, it is. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so that is row 40 and 41. We're making great progress, guys. We're almost done with our first Chart B Part 2 repeat. Yeah! Stupid drunk elf. You leave my closed captioning alone. Go get coffee so we can spill the tea, but then I'm gonna have to come back and clean it up. I will after probably 2 more rows, because by then I will be actually out of coffee. We're getting dangerously low here, gang. Dangerously low. All right. So I did a repeat too early, so I'm going to have a weird little frump. That's okay. You know why? That shit'll block right out. Boop. Later. He'll be fine. Hashtag close enough. Danger coffee? No, it's not danger coffee. It's just dangerously low on coffee. Danger level. The coffee itself is safe. Oh my gosh, you guys. I had this sticker in my phone the other day. So for those of you who don't know, I always put a sticker in my phone case. Right now it is this lovely gem of a possum with a flower crown screaming, which is how I felt basically last week. But earlier in the week, I had this little ghosty guy who I loved very much. And then my sister pointed out that he was eating danger pizza. Hang on, let's turn this down so y'all can actually see him. He's just a little ghosty guy eating a pizza with skellies on it, and my sister pointed out it was literally danger pizza. And I was like, this sticker's ruined. Ruined, I say. But he's so cute. But he is eating danger pizza. I'm on row 35, so I'm not too far behind. Good, good, good. Let's put the camera back. Sorry, gang. There's a cat going crazy. Perkins! I have a cat toy. Let's see if we can lure a cat in here. Perkins, hi! Come here. You want to be a stream cat? I know you do. Here. gotta lure the cat in.
Here. Hi. I definitely don't want to grab you by the ass. Haha, except I do.
Caught it. I snatched it. Bash, thank you for that 13-month sub. I appreciate it, my dude. Perkins, tell him thank you. Perkins, tell him. Say thank you. Say thank you. No, you don't need to be on my desk, sitting on my knitting. How do you squat so fast? She can tell. All right. Hey, look, I got one of your skitter critters. Want one of these guys? Want this guy? Boop. Yes, that's mine. I brought it in here the other day. You want me to throw it? You can bring it back? We'll bring it back. You can bring it back? No, the toy. Bring the toy back. Hands. Can I have hands again? This cat has a hunger only hands can solve. She's gone back for it. Nobody look. Nobody look at her. If you look at the cats, they get very embarrassed and self-conscious. Now she's playing behind my chair. You can't see her anymore. Sorry. Just down here. All right. Oh, I didn't resub fast enough. Had to endure those ads. Bash, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it immensely. I think I missed something. Did you say you have celiac? Is that a diet disease? It is where if I eat gluten, it eats away at the lining of my intestines. And then my body can no longer absorb vitamins and minerals. Like hands, so... Fergster, there is a Llamas and Hats cartoon where one of the llamas talks about eating hands, and he says he has a hunger only hands can solve. But Carl, that kills people. And Damien and I thought it was the funniest thing for the longest time. And literally, Perkins will walk up to you and squeak once, and all she wants are hands to pet her. So we often say that Perkins has a hunger only hands can solve. Because she just wants a human to touch her. Mage, love you too. Take care. Have a lovely weekend if we don't see you. Thanks for stopping by. I hope your adulting goes well. Or at least goes quick. I have 2 color options, pictures and Discord. Yes, please. All right, gang. What do we think? I really kind of dig this pink with the light pink rainbow. I'm kind of digging this. this gang. Both rainbow are sparkly. Dark pink is sparkly. Ooh. I feel like rainbow on rainbow would be too much. Because having two variegateds, I think, would make the pattern too busy. But I'm really digging this light pink with the pink rainbow. Team top row? Team top row. Yep, llamas with hats. I love llamas with hats. But that one where Carl talks about how he likes to eat people's hands is my favorite. And very fitting. I'm going to say team top row. I think that's the general consensus, Nuke Die. Although I'm jealous of all four of those because they look absolutely delish. Pink and pastel, best of both. I agree. I think all, like, those yarns are some of the most beautiful yarns. But I think combination wise, because the big problem with brioche is why put in all the effort if you can't see the finished product? Why put in all the effort if the finished product looks a little weird? I don't know why I slipped that one. This one's an increase. Let's see. And normally this one would be an increase, but we increased too soon here, so we have to keep going to make up for it so we can get back on track. Is there anything you'll hate to give up? Pop-Tarts and Cinnamon Life cereal seem to be the two biggest contenders right now. Are there foods that don't have a gluten-free option? Yes. Or more likely than not, it's not foods that don't have a gluten-free option. It's that foods that don't have a readily available gluten-free option.